Whew. Hey y'all, let's have a chat. Honestly, I'm pretty nervous to film this video. Nervous isn't the right word. I'm actually excited to film this video, and I'm hopeful that it can help you guys understand me better, and I'm hopeful that it can help me find clarity and peace. But yeah, I don't want to make you worry about me. I don't want you to be stressed about how I am. I don't want to add to the weight in your life with my weight. But I also know that I need to share some of my weight on this channel. Specifically on this channel because number one, I don't want you to just think that my life is wonderful and good. It is wonderful and good. But everyone's life has ups and downs, and everyone has feelings of sadness and feelings of happiness. And I don't want to be a reason that you question whether or not your life is good because you only see good on my channel and you don't see bad. Does that make sense? I don't want to be the person that you look at and go, well, their life is perfect, they've got everything together, so why can't my life be perfect and I have everything together? Because that's just really not true, as you will see in this video. And then second, I think it's really important because I feel like often we don't really see the process of people's growth. We just kind of see people when they get there. But the process is really hard, and figuring out the balancing act of life and work and school and people and dreams and goals is really, really difficult. And I think that if I would have seen that more, I wouldn't have demonized it so much in my life, because the process, the 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and going a little sideways for a bit and then getting back on track, that's just how learning and growing is. That's just how life is. So, yeah, so I want to show that. I feel like that's really important. So here I am. Possibly going to be bearing my soul. Definitely going to be bearing my soul. Yeah. Obviously, you guys don't have to watch. But if you want to know more about me, more about what I'm dealing with, go ahead and keep watching. Basically, I have not been doing well. Especially the past week and a half. I got off of Instagram. Supposedly, it was because I was getting ready for school, which I was. I don't think I really portrayed how much that was taking care of my mental health. I just started feeling extremely anxious. And you have to keep in mind that this whole previous school year has not been the best for me. I mean, it was 2020, but also just like health-wise and mental health-wise, it really wasn't good. I was just trying to stay afloat. It was very much a survival semester. So I think maybe when the prospect of a new semester was here and I didn't feel ready, and I think I thought that it was just going to be another semester like the previous semester where I was just trying to survive and get through it, make it to the end. So anyway, really bad anxiety, which was why I had to put my phone away. I had to get rid of all of my obligations and not do anything. And still, I was just feeling horrible. Yeah. The hard thing is that I'm used to this, but it's still hard. There was one day in particular that was really hard, and I was anxious and sad for no reason, deeply upset. And I was praying, and I just didn't want to fight this fight anymore. I want to live a normal life. I don't want going to school and working to be so hard for me. I don't want to feel like I'm going to die just for no reason. And as I was praying, I guess the choice was just presented to me clearly again. You either keep fighting or you stop fighting. Stop fighting, that option will look like me staying home all of the time, doing nothing. Basically, it's not an option. So the only option is to keep fighting and to keep pushing through. And I remembered that the path that I want to take and the dreams that I have require a lot. And as long as I'm moving forward on that path, it doesn't even matter if I'm anxious or crying. What matters is that I'm moving forward. It's frustrating as I don't feel like I'm explaining this very well. Basically, I had to choose again to fight this battle that I keep fighting. And the interesting thing is that you'd think I'd be used to this by now. That I'd be used to this battle and this heartache and this hardship, but I'm not. Every time it comes, it's another choice. It's another choice to choose to keep going again. What's really hard is that I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be sick. On top of, or maybe the cause of depression and anxiety for me, it's depression and anxiety for me are deeply intertwined and connected to Lyme's disease. I have Lyme's disease, and Lyme's disease basically just makes everything worse and everything a little bit harder. And honestly, I have it very easy compared to so many people who have Lyme's. But it makes me more exhausted. It can affect your mind. My body doesn't heal as fast. I get tired more easily. I get really dizzy more easily. If it gets really bad, I get really bad aches and pains, especially in my hips. And it contributes a lot to my to mental illness as well. And on top of that, another thing that I am dealing with right now is healing from an abusive relationship, which makes it really hard to trust just about anybody. So there's a lot that I'm working on healing from. So these things that I'm working on, working through, working with, I don't know, however you want to put it, they really impact my specific dreams and goals. I would love to be a dancer. I danced for I did ballroom dance for years, and I love it. I love dance. But spring of last year, my body couldn't keep up anymore. Especially without the spins in ballroom, because there are a lot. So I had to reevaluate, and I had to quit dance. Not permanently. I am doing some dance things this semester, but the hard thing is that it will never be to the extent that I want it to be. If I had a completely healthy body and the stamina of someone without the issues that I have, I would be able to do a lot more. And that's hard. That's really hard. I really want to do well on YouTube and on Instagram. I know people make fun of influencers, but having the kind of influence where my experiences and my words could make someone's day better or help them get through a rough patch, that is something that I have always wanted. And this is a way to do that. And with my restrictions, it's a really good way to do that. However, recently I've been finding that it's still really hard for me. Anyone who has any experience with depression knows that commitments and deadlines are extremely difficult, which is super frustrating. I would love, love, love to be able to do a video at least every week. I would love to be able to post more on Instagram, which seem like the smallest things, and I know that, but they take up my emotional and mental energy so fast. But I know in this industry that consistency is huge. So that's been something I've had to come to terms with, that as I'm healing, my consistency is not going to be very good. And I have to find a schedule and consistency that works for me, hence why it's every month. I feel like a lot of my dreams and goals are unattainable. I can't even hold a steady job right now. Yeah. The past 3 jobs that I've had, I have kept for 6 months and then had a breakdown. Somewhat because of my health, like my physical health, and somewhat because of my mental health, and had to quit, which is so hard. So hard. If I was, school-wise, I can only take a few classes a semester. Some people can take, like 6 classes and be totally fine and work a job. If I were to do that, well, at the very least, it would make me extremely sick. I've been struggling with these limitations, but I've been working through those, trying to figure out how my dreams and who I want to be fit in with those. And basically, I've come to the conclusion, wow, this sounds like I'm gonna stop YouTube or something. I'm not. I've come to the conclusion that I need to take better care of myself. My job last semester started at 5 a.m., as you've probably seen in some of my videos, and I was not good at going to sleep on time. So I was getting like 2 to 4 hours of sleep every night, and especially with Lyme's, I really can't do that. Sleep is when my body fights off the bacteria the most. So that allowed a huge Lyme's buildup, and that's why I'm feeling so poorly right now. And just in general, I haven't been taking care of my body. I hardly eat. That's also a symptom of depression. I also have pills and things that I should take for Lyme's that I haven't been taking. So there are a lot of things that I can do to help me feel better. And that's what I've decided that this year has to be and is going to be. That I get to take care of myself this year, that I get to find meals that I love, I get to give myself the rest that I need, and that I get to just really take care of myself for the first time. So I'm only taking 2 classes this semester. One is really easy, the other is Korean language, so I love it. And the rest of that time is going to be spent trying to heal my body and my mind and my emotions. So I'm not stopping, I am moving forward. And I'm also really taking care of myself. I have to believe that as I take care of myself, I'll find ways that my dreams and who I want to become can fit in with me and who I am and the limitations that I have. I have this really big lump in my throat. So if I sound weird, that's why. I'm not trying not to cry right now, but I think just talking about all this is bringing up emotions. Basically, the gist of this video is that I've been struggling a lot for a while, and I am working to make it better for myself. Specifically by taking care of my physical health, which will translate to my mental health being better as well. Things that I'm doing, I'm going to take my pills, I'm going to get enough sleep, I am going to eat 3 meals a day. So if you know any easy and healthy recipes, please send them my way. I need them. And I'm only taking 2 classes this semester. So yeah, this is uncurated, unfiltered me. I still find joy in my daily life. It's not like I'm void of happiness, it's just that it's a battle, and it's a really hard one. And to anyone who is going through the same battle and chooses to keep fighting and to keep working towards your dreams and who you want to become, and just towards a happy, healthy life, I know how hard that is, And I'm so grateful you're still here and you're still fighting. I want to be clear that my depression has never been suicidal depression, so that's not something you need to worry about for me. It's more like a paralyzing type of depression where I just don't want to do anything. But for me personally, it hasn't ever gotten that bad. I don't know. I just hope that sharing some of this can help you see where I'm coming from and that this means a lot to me. And I'm really working for it and for me, for a happy life and for the things that I care about. In regards to YouTube and Instagram and sharing my life and my thoughts and being an influencer and someone that people look up to, I, for the longest time, thought that that was such a selfish dream, that it was my pride and that it was because I wanted to have fame and I wanted to have a recognition. But I have since learned and understood that it's not about me. It's about the people that I'm hopeful that I can touch and help. There have been so many times when I have been at a low and something that someone else created, whether it was a YouTube video, a song, poem, whatever it was, it helped me get out. And I want to be that person for people. I want to share. Wow, I can't breathe. I want to share and create and make things that touch people in their darkest moments and help them to get out. And the only way I can do that is if I share and I create things. Eventually, I would love to paint. I would love to sing. I'd love to, all of the ways that people touch people, right? Like through stories, through paintings, through music, through poetry. Eventually, I'd love to be proficient in those things. And until then, my story can maybe help someone else. Because I know a lot of people whose stories have helped me. So I'm living out loud and being loud and taking up space. Right now that's virtual space, right? You're watching my video in hopes that I can find the place where I am happiest and making the biggest impact. So yeah, that's my heart, that's my story, that's the little chat for today. If you made it this far, you are the real MVP, man. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Any views, any subscribes, any likes, they do a lot to help me get further towards my dream. So I appreciate you. So yeah, there's a little piece of my life and my heart. Can you still see my face? Probably not. What? Oh, man. I hope I said everything how I wanted to say it, and I hope the message got across to you. Remember that you're not stuck. Remember that life comes in seasons, the good and the bad, and that if you're in darkness, light always comes. That's the beauty of patterns. Okay, yeah, I think that's all I have to say for today. If there's anything else you want me to talk about or want to know about me, or are curious about anything I've said in this video, or are curious about how I deal with anything I've talked about in this video, or want, like, I don't know, basically anything, let me know. Comment down below, DM me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, all the things. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I will catch you next time. That's gonna do weird things on my face. Are you filming? Excellent. Everywhere, it's just in your body. Okay, I'm back. Where was I? This is gonna be heck to edit.